We need to talk about a number, not an interest rate, not a stock price, a cognitive load index. The average human brain makes approximately 35,000 remotely conscious decisions every single day. Now, let's inject a standard financial budget into that cognitive ecosystem, a system that demands you track, categorize, and adjudicate every single transaction. That $5 coffee, that's a decision. The gas fill-up, a decision. The streaming subscription renewal, a decision. A conservative estimate suggests that a meticulous budget adds 50 to 100 high-friction, emotionally charged micro-decisions to your daily load. You're not just failing to stick to your budget because you lack willpower. You're failing because the system is executing a perpetual denial-of-service attack on your prefrontal cortex. It's an architecture designed for collapse. The entire paradigm of modern personal finance is built on a systemic fallacy. It's the fallacy of retroactive management. The budget, in its purest form, is a historical document. It's an autopsy of your spending, performed after the fact. It operates on the principle of restriction. Let's dissect the failure at its most fundamental level, the atomic unit of budgeting, the transaction. You're standing in line for a coffee. The budget framework forces a cognitive loop. 1. Acknowledge the desire to spend. 2. Access the budget categories, their money in the dining out or coffee envelope. 3. Quantify the remaining balance. 4. Project future spending in that category. 5. Make a go-no-go decision burdened by guilt, justification, and potential failure. This entire process happens in milliseconds, but it consumes a finite resource. Executive function. It treats every single dollar of expenditure as an equal stakes decision, placing the purchase of a latte on the same cognitive playing field as paying your mortgage. It's computationally inefficient. The system is designed to police your behavior at the point of lowest leverage, the moment of purchase. It's a framework that believes you can achieve financial velocity by applying the brakes more effectively. It is fundamentally, structurally, and philosophically wrong. It doesn't scale, it doesn't account for human psychology, and its failure is not a bug. It is its primary feature. The system is designed to make you constantly, exhaustingly aware of scarcity. It is a machine for generating decision fatigue. To build a system that works, we have to abandon the principles of accounting and embrace the principles of cellular biology. Look at a living cell. A cell doesn't budget its adenosine triphosphate ATP. It doesn't have a committee meeting to decide if a mitochondrion can have more glucose. It operates on a non-negotiable, hard-coded system of metabolic priority. Core survival functions are funded first, automatically, without question. DNA replication, cell membrane maintenance, protein synthesis. These are the non-negotiable metabolic pathways. Resources are shunted to these processes with absolute priority. Only after these core identity-preserving functions are fully serviced does the cell allocate the remaining energy substrate to secondary functions: locomotion, specialized protein creation, or growth. The genius isn't in tracking every molecule. The genius is in the architecture of the flow. It's a system of automated, prioritized resource allocation, not a system of retroactive expense policing. We're not going to build a budget. We are going to engineer a financial metabolism, a system that makes saving and investing the bodies involuntary. Autonomic functions like breathing or a heartbeat, and leaves your conscious mind free to actually live. Let's lay out the architecture. Tear down the spreadsheet and build a 4-module automated cash flow engine. This is not a set of accounts. This is a protocol. Module 1, the primary budget. This is your central checking account, but its function is radically redefined. It is not a reservoir for money. It is a temporary, high-throughput sorting chamber. Its sole purpose is to receive incoming resources, your paycheck, and immediately route them to their designated pathways. An ideal primary bioreactor maintains a balance as close to zero as possible for as long as possible. It is an ingress point, a processing node, not a destination. All income hits this account, and this account only. It is the system's mouth. Module 2, the core replication engine. This is your cell's nucleus. It holds the genetic code for your future self. This module is not one account, but a cluster of automated savings and investment accounts that are funded first, immediately, and unconditionally upon resources hitting the primary bioreactor. This is the first, non-negotiable transfer. This is the metabolic priority in action. The moment your paycheck lands, a set of pre-configured API calls automated transfers fire simultaneously. This module itself subdivides submodule to A, the long-term synaptic growth fund. This is your retirement account, your 401k, your IRA. This is the automated transfer that funds the decades-long project of compounding. It's the slow, methodical process of building the neural network of your future wealth. It is untouchable. Its only function is to receive and grow. Submodule to be the medium-term myelination fund. These are your high-yield savings accounts for specific large-scale goals. The down payment on a house, a new vehicle, a major career sabbatical. Myelination is the process of insulating nerve fibers to make them faster and more efficient. These funds are the insulation for your major life goals, making their achievement faster and more certain. Each major goal gets its own dedicated, automated transfer. You're not saving for a house. You are actively constructing the asset on a weekly or bi-weekly basis through automated resource allocation. Submodule to C, the Rapid Immune Response Fund. This is your emergency fund, held in the most liquid, accessible high-yield savings account possible. Its function is to neutralize unexpected systemic shocks, a job loss, a medical emergency. This transfer ensures your system has a robust T-cell response to financial pathogens, preventing a minor crisis from cascading into a systemic collapse. This entire core replication engine is funded automatically within hours, if not minutes, of your paycheck hitting the primary bioreactor. You have paid yourself first, not with leftover scraps, but with the first and best resources your system has received. You have guaranteed the replication and defense of your financial DNA before a single bill is paid. Module 3, the homeostatic buffer. This is the cell membrane. It maintains the integrity and predictable structure of your day-to-day life. This is a separate checking account, dedicated solely to your true fixed costs. Mortgage or rent, utilities, insurance premiums, car payments, non-negotiable subscriptions. We are not talking about variable fixed costs like groceries. We are talking about the bedrock obligations that define your structural cost of living. You calculate the total of these costs for 1 month, and you set up a second automated transfer from your primary bioreactor to this homeostatic buffer account. This transfer is precisely the amount needed to cover these bills. All of your fixed cost autopay bills should be paid from this account, and this account only. Its balance will rise upon receiving the transfer and then methodically fall to near zero as your bills are paid throughout the month. It is a predictable, boring, stable system. It is the wall that separates your essential operations from the chaotic environment of discretionary choice. Module 4. The cytoplasmic substrate. This is the radical innovation. This is where the magic happens. After the automated transfers have funded the core replication engine, your future, and the homeostatic buffer, your present obligations, whatever is left, the residual, is automatically swept from the primary bioreactor into a final fourth account. This is your guilt-free spending account. It can be a checking account linked to the debit card you use every day. This is the cytoplasmic goo, the substrate for all discretionary, variable, and spontaneous activity. And here is the critical philosophical shift. Every single dollar that lands in this account has already done its job. It has passed through the priority filters. It is pre-cleared. It has no higher purpose. Its sole designated function is to be spent by you on anything you want, whenever you want, until it runs out. The cognitive loop of the coffee purchase is now completely re-architected. You are in line. The question is no longer a complex multivariable calculus of budget categories and future projections. The question is simply, is there money in my cytoplasmic substrate account? The answer is a binary, guilt-free, computationally effortless, yes or no. That there is no budget to check. There are no categories to reconcile. The system did the heavy cognitive lifting up front, through its architecture, not at the point of sale. You have front-loaded the discipline. The system is disciplined so that you don't have to be. You have transformed the agonizing process of 1,000 tiny restrictions into a single, elegant, upfront decision about your savings rate. You make one high-leverage architectural decision how much to divert to Module 2, and the system executes it with robotic perfection, liberating you from the tyranny of the 10,000 low-leverage decisions that follow. This isn't a savings plan. It's an operating system for resource allocation. The old model, the budget, is like writing software in assembly language. You have to manage every single bit and byte. It's powerful but exhausting and infinitesimally prone to error. This new model is like writing in a high-level programming language with a powerful compiler. You declare your high-level intent. I want to save 20% of my income for retirement and 10% for a house. And the underlying automated architecture handles the low-level execution flawlessly. You stop being the system administrator of your own life, micromanaging every process, and you become the system architect, designing the elegant flow of resources. The new horizon this unlocks is not merely financial independence. That's the first-order effect. The true revolution is the reclamation of cognitive capital. You have just clawed back thousands of cycles of executive function per month. What do you do with that surplus? You don't spend it agonizing over a grocery bill. You invest it. You invest it in high-leverage activities, negotiating a raise, developing a new skill, building a side business, deepening relationships. The old system forced you to optimize for expense reduction. This system liberates you to optimize for income generation. It understands that you cannot scrimp your way to wealth, but you can build your way there. The fundamental unit of wealth creation is not the dollar saved. It is the high-quality decision made. By automating the impact financial decisions, you free the entirety of your cognitive bandwidth to focus on the asymmetric, high-impact opportunities that truly bend the curve of your life. We are entering an era where the primary bottleneck to progress is not financial capital, but focused attention. A system that squanders your attention on low-stakes decisions is a system designed to keep you small. This is about more than money. This is about designing a life of cognitive sovereignty. You stop managing money. You start designing wealth funnels. The budget is a cage built of 1,000 tiny decisions. This is an engine, and its only fuel is your ambition.